Let us send an army into the past, back to a time before the Moon Kingdom took over. History shall be reforged, and the Black Moon will claim the future!
So that is our grand plan. Operation Replay. The rewriting of history.
Rewrite history?
Altering history will create a proper future.
You're completely insane! The Black Moon. They're not human. They're demons!
Now, moving on, many of you may be aware of the Bernstein Bears paradox, the Bernstein Bears phenomena, Mandela, ripple effect, etc. This whole thing that is absolutely incredible because, you know, either 99% of the people who notice that something's going on there with the name change of the Bernstein Bears are delusional or suffering mass amnesia or delusion, you know, or something has happened. When I say something has happened, I mean with our reality, something is really going on, guys. And in my opinion, the Bernstein Bears phenomenon, okay, this whole thing is very, very solid evidence to show you that something really strange is going on. And to me, this whole thing is solid evidence. It's just truly bizarre. You can just search online, and everybody remembers the Bernstein Bears. Everybody remembers Bernstein. Okay, Bernstein, E-I. Not stain, A-I-N, like you stained your shirt. Give me a break. It's nonsense. So, of course, the most prominent theory out there is that it has something to do with time and space being manipulated, being messed around with. I mean, what other explanation is there? So with that said, Bernstein Bears, is there an 88 connection? Indeed there is. Apparently in the book All Aboard, right here, there's a train. And on the train, there's the number 88. Very interesting, right? I don't know, guys. But so why or how the name change, you know, in my opinion, hypothetically speaking, if this is true, that time or reality has been manipulated.
Time travel is strictly prohibited. You must never attempt it. You should not even know about it. Breaking this ultimate taboo could have severe consequences.
Grant us the path of light!
I believe this is an effect that we noticed, you know, in this timeline or reality that we noticed, and we're able to consciously have a memory of, and we're able to notice the difference. And it could be one of many effects, but this is the one we noticed. You know, and again, you do a search for this, guys. If you aren't familiar with this whole thing, the Bernstein Bears phenomenon, go search it up. About 99% of the people out there you ask, they remember Bernstein, E-I-N, not stain. Absolutely not. It's just utter nonsense. So it's very interesting bringing this up to people. You really get interesting reactions. So just something to think about there. And of course the 88 on the train. If you're creeped out, well, I'm going to tell you something. This is, my friends, just the tip of the iceberg. And I believe that reality has been corrupted. Okay? Reality has been corrupted. It is no longer the same. And that is why we are going to be shown and revealed things as time goes on, and things are only going to get more and more bizarre.
We'll do what we can, Sailor Pluto, but we're kind of at a disadvantage here. Is it possible for you to tell us exactly what happened before we became King and Queen of Crystal Tokyo in the future? What happened that changed Earth so drastically? Can you tell us?
You've seen far too much of your future already. No one should know their future. The important thing is to live your lives as best you can, and you'll shape your own future according to how you live.
I knew speeding up time would pay off big. Won't be long now. We'll have enough energy to release the Negaforce.
This clock was a brilliant idea. We'll absorb infinite amounts of energy from all those panicky humans.
So the point is, the Saturn connection is real, the time and space connection is real, the 8 connection is real, because the 8 represents time, and we are trapped in time. That's what the 8 represents. Also is associated with the Ouroboros, which also represents time, the snake eating itself. And that's why there's 88 constellations and 88 keys on the piano. It goes on and on. It just has everything to do with our reality, guys. So keep your eyes open, and as far as this topic goes, to be continued.
Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this here. I'm going to ask you a question, and just whatever the first thought that comes to mind is, it's probably the one you're going to want to go with, because you haven't thought about this in a long time. So let's go with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which I'm sure a lot of you know. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But is it? A beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's what I remember. Well, apparently, that's not what he says. So let's listen to what he says.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Okay, that just doesn't seem right to me. I don't remember it that way. It could have always been that way, but that's not what I remember. Okay, so let's move on. This next one is more compelling because of what goes along with it. Now, here's a video on YouTube from 2011. Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolate. I remember that. They titled it, Life is like a box of chocolate. Well, let's see what he says. You know, you never know what you're going to get. Mama says life's like a box of chocolate. All right, let's hear what he says.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
My mama always says life was like a box of chocolates. That doesn't make any sense. It was like a box of chocolates. It is like a box of chocolates. So I go look, Google search here. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. How do all these people get the quote wrong? Now, I know a lot of you are going to remember this one. I mean, everybody knows this line. I heard it my whole life. Blank, I am your father. From Star Wars. What did he say? Blank, I am your father. I remember him saying, Luke, I am your father. Well, that's not what he said. We go look at the movie. If you have the VHS original movie, go put it in. He doesn't say Luke. Here's the movie. Try and prove any of this wrong, anybody. Here's the movie.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No, I am your father. That's not how I remember the movie, but I guess I just mistaken.
The Inuit elders are sharing information with NASA regarding Earth's wobble. And while scientists maintain man-made pollution is contributing to climate change, the elders are convinced something much, much bigger is going on. Astonishingly, what the elders are saying is global warming is not the whole story. They maintain the sun doesn't rise where it used to. They have longer daylight to hunt, and the sun is higher than it used to be and warms up quicker than before. Elders who were interviewed across the north all said the same thing. Their sky has changed. The stars, the sun, and the moon have all changed, affecting the temperature, even affecting the way wind blows. It's becoming increasingly hard to predict the weather, something that is a must on the Arctic. The elders all agree. They believe the Earth has shifted, wobbled, or tilted to the north.
Greetings and welcome to Mandela Effect. The geography of the world, the maps have changed. Oh well. Hopefully you can see this well. Look at that. South America used to be over here, and now it's way over there. South America should be over here. It's moved quite a bit. In case you can see my little degrees here, it has moved 33 degrees.
So has the earth shifted, wobbled, or tilted? These are the people that they don't get paid for predicting the weather. This is their very livelihood. This is their very lives depend on this. So these are people that have been around throughout history, and they're saying that their sky has changed. So it's something to think about. It's something to read. Please click the links, follow them, read up on them, watch the videos on the side when you get to this website. It's very interesting information you'll find here.
The country of Australia. Oh my gosh. Is this ever messed up? Australia is a stone throw from Papua New Guinea. What? New Zealand. New Zealand is to the south and east, and it's 2 islands. Yeah, people just don't remember it that way. Neither do I. But if we take the country of Australia and move it down here, then this is where Australia belongs.
And then someone said, well, hey, go look at the world map. And I did. And it's like, just from them saying to go look at the world map, it looked totally different than what I always remember. So this Mandela Effect is just such a weird thing. And I know it is for a lot of people. And this isn't just misremembering things. Because I don't see how so many people could all misremember the same exact stuff. So you can just go ahead and forget your comments about, you know, people not having good memories and all that. We don't need to hear that. Yeah, I remember Australia being down here. I don't remember it like 100 miles from Papua New Guinea. And I don't remember this shape at all. The shape of Australia looks so odd to me. This huge chunk taken out of it.
If you're American, how many states does the country have? Many remember there being 51 or 52 states, while there are actually only 50. Here's one that got me. There's this well-known video called Tank Man. I remember seeing this on the internet somewhere, and I very vividly remember the man being crushed. In fact, it was disgusting. Apparently this didn't actually happen. As you can see, the man is safe. These are some comments about it from MandelaEffect.com. I remember seeing a video of it. I remember learning this in 7th grade history. I remember seeing blood on the street after the tank rolled over him, and how the backlash nearly caused communism to fall apart in China. They nearly switched to the capitalistic command economy. This is so weird. I very clearly remember the guy being run over by the tank. So why did I, and so many others, remember the man being run over?
A glitch in our reality changed mirror, mirror on the wall. There's no feasible explanation for why it is now what it is. This is the Mandela Effect, but we need a new name, because these things are all recent that we're talking about. Mirror, mirror on the wall. No one can deny that's what it is. 0 people. Except for kids, maybe. There's a glitch in this reality, and I don't want to call it a glitch anymore because it seems like it's deliberate. The pieces of our pop culture that this glitch is attacking are very deliberate, very accurate, very popular. You have to admit now, with Snow White, this is the undeniable one we've been looking for, and you cannot say it was magic mirror on the wall. You can't do it.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty, but hold, a lovely maid I see. Rags cannot hide her gentle grace. Alas, she is more fair than thee.
Alas for her.
My brother and I, we had it all worked out. We were going to stop the Moon Kingdom from ruling the Earth. The Black Moon was supposed to go to the past and rewrite history. That was the plan, but then you came along and ruined everything.